Citizens University, the University of Virginia, where fans have been flooding the ground since early this morning. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see the number 16 team in the country, the Louisville Cardinals, taking on a from the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. That is just a... toe drag, everything you want.
Receivers always have to be so careful around the sideline to not step out accidentally, so give that receiver credit. Nice job on the route to bring the ball in well on that tight.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Louisville!
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
This quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. Brought down at the 7 after picking up 3. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. Touchdown, Cardinals! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? From the gun, wants to pass. On the move and looking deep. Makes the grab on the left side. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Cardinals! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now he's...
Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, you know, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get one, actually just kind of one stop with this many points that are being scored. You got to stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Bathed in burnt orange, and it is DK
quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth game if I were allowed to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Texas! What a catch and run for 6. They're bellowing out Texas fight right now as the Horns are ready after that touchdown drive.
And what a great way to start. Get the crowd jacked up. When you do something good like this early, that burnt orange is going absolutely bananas in the stands. And the rest of the game, the defense, the special teams, everybody feeds off. They're great.
Had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. Third and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. From the gun, wants to pass. He's right on target. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one.
And this offense is built around this team. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense, and that's why he's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's got a real chance to go to New York and try to win that Heisman Trophy.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. That brings us to 3rd and goal from the 6 after they went backwards on the last one. Fast motion from the offense. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Longhorns! And the pummeling has started. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. This dude is lighting it up for the Horns, and some old-school Horn fans starting to think about that 500-yard 4-touchdown day Vince Young had against Oklahoma State.
Bringing back great memories, and there's been some good runs at quarterback. You think about Colt McCoy, too, man.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you. Put up a bunch of points and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports. End of another college football season. One of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the South Carolina Gamecocks. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown ball! They grab
for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Got some room, entered the goal line. Touchdown Volunteers! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get... 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on that time.
I think coming into this season, they thought in order to have success, we have got to be able to run the ball and get this guy going. He hasn't scored yet this year, but a golden opportunity right now to finally break the seal.
They'll try to pound their way in. Touchdown, Tennessee! And the route is on. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. Got a man. It's Duggan. And he's not going to make... This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominant. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical. They were faster, and it shows.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another and to legends such as Elway, Luck, and McCaffrey, all of whom went through battles like the one we'll see in this one. Today, a clash between a couple of ACC rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Syracuse Orange taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Stanford Cardinal. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get... They want to throw it. And he was trying to cash in the end zone in this red zone threat, but it's incomplete.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. That's one he'd like to have back.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. Safe completion on the screen. Touchdown, Stanford! A great catch and run for 6. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
It took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches.
And he will get home, and the quarterback goes. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Now on 1st down from the 30. Use the play fake, now to throw. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And he's got it! Touchdown, Cardinal! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no...
Would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no...
After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out who they are, what they do well. You can tell they're starting to get in a groove, figure out who does what well, and maximize that and accentuate that.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. On Huskies, where basketball has a championship pedigree, and there's plenty of enthusiasm for football as well. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the UConn Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the right. Got enough space. Touchdown LSU. And they break the seal on the scoring. Now that's the way to bail out the rest of the team. Start with bad field position, put together a drive anyway.
And very confident. You can see the quarterback just had a bit of a swagger, Reese. He was like, look, all right, we're starting deep in our own end. Special teams didn't help us out, but we can fix that right now.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Hester. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end. but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. And with that last...
Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. Ball in the air, intercepted! Takes it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
That's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Tester showing the arm strength to the left and trying to put... Staring at fourth down.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Finds his man enough for the first. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, LSU! This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Man, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused.
From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's De La Rosa. Working their way closer. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They're in the red zone and they'll pass it. Touchdown, Tigers! And the punishment has been extended. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good at every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your unit. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast. Legends like Mariota and LaMichael ran wild. Welcome to Eugene and Autzen Stadium, home of the Oregon Ducks. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. And the Ducks are marching down the field. They're looking to pass from the red zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Oregon!
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to.
Unloads it downfield. He's got it inside the 15. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ducks! This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon as trigger men. Not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
Cycle, he is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon as trigger men. Not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw.
The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. He's gonna pass. Snags it. Touchdown, Ducks! And the stomping has commenced. They have not been able to cover this guy all day.
No, I tell you what, this offense is featuring. They're doing a really good job. This guy's explosive. He's dynamic. He's making big plays. And heck yeah, I'm going to give him the football as many ways as I can. Kudos to the offense for finding a guy.
On 1st down from the 13-yard line. They'll throw it from the red zone. He's got it on the move. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. Touchdown, Oregon! And the pummeling has started. He has been surgical, precision passing, using the scaffold, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense. It's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you. And you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew that.
Trying play action. He's got his man. And they'll shove him out of bounds. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
Yeah, it's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good. So many ways to hurt you. And you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And man, we saw that here.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation. Welcome to Houston, Texas, and the house Bill Yeoman and Andre Ware built, home to the Houston Cougars, where the fans are ready for liftoff. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the West Virginia Mountaineers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Houston Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and...
Single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
On the set. And goal is where offensive coordinators earn their key. Trying to surge it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Mountaineers!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season. Here, they could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Looking to throw on second down. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, West Virginia. Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, being a business.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Mountaineers. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up with the pass. Grab near the marker. It's Robinson. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. The Mountaineers want to move quickly. They'll throw it on 1st down. Looking deep down the right side. Makes the catch. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. The penalty. Out the big play and the touchdown. It is just a punch in the gut for any offense. And the Mountaineers are threatening in the red zone. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. He's not afraid to go deep. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Mountaineers. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. Trying to barge in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, West Virginia. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1.
The identity of this offense is their ability to run the football. They're doing that in this game. That's now 3 rushing touchdowns on the day. Great rhythm right
now. Now on 2nd down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And as they come to the line, they have the lead and they have the clock on their side. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Mountaineers. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away. Sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football, in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses. In this game, it was no different.
That's going to do it for us from here. Applications aplenty that could resonate for the rest. Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Huskies are flying down the field. Hand off from the shotgun. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, you're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run, and you open it up for the passing.
Give to the running back. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Second and 11. They'll go right back to it. Fights his way ahead. They get him down after a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 12. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's complete to the left. Touchdown, USC! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Now second and goal and right in the teeth of this noise. Running back looking for the end zone to the left. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat them out. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football.
Pressure all over the quarterback and down he goes at the 24.
And that is how you get it done. Third down is the money down, right? We got to be at our best. How about the monster sack on third down?
Northwestern has the lead right now. Feels like they've been on top since the walk with a send-off, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 12 over.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going for the big play. Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Huskies. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
Remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Johnson looking to throw. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback really has to sell the fake. You can't tell his offensive line's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Spits it out to the back. Quarterback just flat, missed it, incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. Third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. And they are looking to pull even with a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. They'll run it on first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
Second and long coming. He's looking to throw. He finds his man. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throwing catch.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Third and goal. Desperately trying to get it in and keep hope alive. Keeping it on the ground on third and goal. Touchdown, Southern Cal! With that, now a 2-point conversion away from triple overtime.
Man, what a great response by this offense. Going down the field, scoring the touchdown. Now, I got to go for 2. I know the new overtime rules. They changed this years ago. Jesse, you should work on this in practice. What's your go-to 2-point play right here?
I'll tell you, after running the ball as well as they did on that last touchdown,
they need this 2-point conversion to send us to triple overtime. Trying to slam in. They cannot convert. A defensive stop will end it in a 2-point victory in overtime. The drama built throughout this game, memorable plays, and then finally the gut-wrenching loss at the end in overtime.
this coaching staff is going to look back at the overtime and they're going to wish they had called some different plays. They had some things set up, but ultimately, with games like this that come down to the wire, you got to be able to dial up plays to win. I don't think this coaching staff did a great job.
And it's so frustrating to get to this point and make enough plays to be in the game, to come up short in overtime. I'd almost rather get blown out or this game decided in regulation. Just very frustrating to lose a game, especially like this in OT.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got the Titans' creative quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Titans and the Panthers coming up next.
Just off the east bank of the Cumberland River and across the water from the Tennessee State Capitol building, there's a look at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all. Your team's not going to benefit at all.
A big early third down here for this defense as they look to hold on and force a field goal try. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Panthers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
The Panthers offense. Coming up here, this defense looking for a third down stop in the second quarter. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 33. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. And this defense in a little bit of a tight spot here. The ball is inside the red zone. 2nd down and 6. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are back within a score. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your line at the 1. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Ready, set, go.
They'll try to run this one in, and he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. A great play there. His 7th rushing touchdown of the year, and the Titans get a bit closer.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring.
They'll try to run this one in. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Things are not looking good for this offense. 3-score game in the 4th. They need points quickly. 2nd and 2. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception. But meanwhile here, we do have an injury. A higher-scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for Carolina, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Titans, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. So for our entire crew,
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll be watching the Patriots leader at quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Patriots and the Bengals, and it comes your way next.
Now from the banks of the Ohio River, we welcome you to Paycor Stadium in downtown Cincinnati, Ohio. The rain started earlier today. It hasn't let up much. It is going to be a wet one. Riding with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson. Nice and dry here in the booth. But Greg, you've been down on the field and played in one of these sloppy, wet, rainy games. What is it like?
Well, it depends what position you play. For the offense and defensive linemen, they love it. It's a little bit slower. The defense is a little bit slower to react to the ball. A lot more runs, less pass protection. So for them, they're thrilled. But for
On third down, they'll set up to throw. That one, take it in. Touchdown, New England. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Go with their fullback trying to get it. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown. And, Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take their more traditional running back in this case, because now it brings up 4th down.
Go! Here it is on 4th down. And that big offensive line clearing space. He's in. Touchdown, New England. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. He's got his man right side. It's complete. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a 1st down.
Just Mike, with just how easy it seems to have been. It just seems like he's made it.
And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, Patriots. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead right there, and as you can see the numbers he's been able to put up here, I'm a little surprised, if I'm being honest, Mike, with just how easy it seems to have been. It just seems like he's made it.
And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, Patriots. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late.
On the ready. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. We'll take it into the red zone. It's at the 19. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. He'll get this complete. It's poked over the middle. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Ready. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. Try to pick this one up on the ground. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal coming up. They're able to convert on 3rd and 2. They'll try to run this one in. Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stopped him short. No gain. But the fullback trying to power it home. And he's going to get stopped in the backfield. They'll take him down at the 3-yard line. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. And he's got another one. Touchdown, New England. That is 3 touchdowns in the game and 4 for the season. And making a hat trick, that is his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. A big reason his team is on top.
And so far, Mike, this run game
of the game, a big reason his team is on top.
And so far, Mike, this run game has been...
So it's a road win here for the Patriots. It was a game played in a driving rainstorm, but they would not let the field or the conditions deter them in any way. They're going to come away from here with a well-earned victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.
It's Week 11 of the National Football League. And coming up next is the Commanders' leader at quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Commanders and the Eagles. All that and more coming up next.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. All right, football fans, settle in because we got bragging rights on the line in this one. Kate Scott, Brock Bueller here with you as we get set for a division rematch. Brock, one side seeking a sweep, and the other looking for some revenge after how that first showdown went.
What do they say about familiarity? Familiarity does what?
It breeds something, Brock. It breeds, contempt.
It breeds contempt. These teams don't like each other. They can fake it. They can say all the right things in the papers. They don't want any bulletin board material. But the fact is, you know your division foes better than anybody, and they know you. They don't want any bulletin board material. But the fact is, you know your division foes better than anybody, and they know you. And that familiarity...
Jumbo set on this 1st and goal.
Go street. Hey, check that. Get up.
Here's a handoff to Estime. It's across the line for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. So great work by the running back there, Brock. He saw a little bit of space, took advantage, and he took it all the way for 6.
So good, Kate. You'll hear running back coaches say this.
Commanders take a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Let's go now.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. Pass him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Upping the tempo with some hurry-up offense. Still sticking with the passing game. Flies one back across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nakobe Dean. There he goes, right sideline. And he makes the Hats go. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. Throwing at the depth where linebackers coming to play in coverage, partner. And sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
If you say that, you know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk and could do some serious damage.
He's at the 1. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Estime has the Washington touchdown. The Commanders take the lead right away in half number 2. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah.
Come on. Set.
From the gun on 3rd down. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play. Situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these gold.
And he gets in. Touchdown. The Commanders make it a 9-point advantage. Well, we've been saying it for years, Brock. If at first you don't succeed, try that run again.
You're exactly right. It's going to take more than one stop to deter those offensive coaches from calling another run play. They've got such faith in their group up front to leverage right at the...
Now it's first and goal. From the gun, here's Estime. Is in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders go up by 12 in the fourth. Far from the first time we've broken down one of his touchdowns in this game, partner, but man, they seem to get more impressive every time.
And I don't care, Kate, if they're all one-yard plungers, if you're up over 300 yards. A 4-touchdown game will forever.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Setting up to pass. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. Well, it seems like the only thing that's going to be able to stop this guy or even slow him down is going to be that final whistle, Brock. Complete. Well, it seems like the only thing that's going to be able to stop this guy or even slow him down is going to be that final whistle, Brock. This defense has been inconsistent at best.
This is one of the...
So it's a win on the road for the Commanders. And this game, wow, it came down to the final moments where it was their clutch score that proved the difference and set up this victory. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It's a win for the Commanders as we say so long from Philadelphia.
It's Week 11 of the NFL. And up next, we'll see Drake London. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's the Falcons and the Buccaneers under the lights on Sunday night.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Stop it right around the 1. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down. Robinson will score. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the...
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 14. 18 yards, a big pickup. The carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Robinson. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Falcons are off to a 13. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Robinson. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons are able to extend their lead. So his big first half continues. His 3rd touchdown already. They'll set up to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. A 3rd down situation coming up in the 3rd quarter, and this defense hoping to turn that 3rd down into 4th. He'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 14. Once more. They'll look to throw here. Flushed out right. And down inside the 15. He'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Robinson again. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
And that right there is a definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter.
The Falcons are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
And that right there is a definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter trying to...
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Atlanta, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile,
it's the National Football League on EA Sports. And at center stage, it's the Raiders' creative quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Raiders and the Chargers under the lights on Thursday night.
If you're a Freeway fan, we're just east of the 405. One of the modern jewels of the NFL. Beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson here in the booth. Carter, these are a couple of teams that struggled a year ago, finished out of the playoffs. They were under 500. That's what you love about the NFL. A new season brings renewed optimism.
Absolutely, and really, Mike, a lot of new faces at critical places. I mean, there is a lot of new pieces to the puzzle here, both coaching staff and the roster of players. They believe last year is over.
A loss of a couple. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. In trouble, and down he goes.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking
to throw. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. It's his 4th touchdown on the year.
Now remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to
line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Vegas.
It just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out.
One final play, back in their own territory. This is going to take a miracle. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that is incomplete. Another chance to take a middle of the trail. So this one is over. It's in the win column for the Chargers. That was a game that was in doubt till the very end. They were able to hold on, come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Chargers are winners here as we say so long from SoFi.